Hello and welcome to Lore of the Cards, the series that looks to inform you of the lore hidden in your Hearthstone deck. We're continuing on with our short lore analysis of the cards revealed for the expansion. Some will have lore, some won't, but either way, let's take a look. Since 2004, millions of adventurers have gone to explore Un'Goro, and many still do today. This card gives a somewhat wow experience. Questing is a key part of the game, and sometimes players are asked to choose from a selection of rewards upon completing a quest. As the Hearthstone player continues to explore Un'Goro, they are given a choice of rewards with the Discover mechanic. Okay, so I'm reaching here, but what else did you expect with a card just basically called having a look around? You can also look around with your character and wow, true fact. The Tortollan are an entirely new race added into the Warcraft mythos as part of Journey to Un'Goro. I'm intrigued to find out more about them. They are likely descendants of the ancient guardian Tortolla. The ancients existed when Azeroth was still young, and Tortolla is said to be the oldest and hardiest of them all. During the first war with the demonic army, the Burning Legion, Tortolla was one of the few, if not the only ancient to survive. The Legion underestimated the giant beast, and many demons fell before him. Even the most powerful among them were unable to pierce Tortolla's shell. I say the Tortollan are likely Tortolla's descendants because there is precedence for this. The anthropomorphic pigmen that Quillbore are descendants of the boar ancient, Agamaggan. It also seems the Shellraiser has inherited Tortolla's toughness, with a pretty high health pool for his mana cost, and even in death, toughens his allies. So, what can we gather from this Tortollan's image alone? Well, it's a priest card, and we can see that the Tortollan's eyes and cane glow with holy light. It'd be fairly safe to assume that the turtles can be priests, and have some affinity with the holy light. The title Shellraiser possibly suggests that the Tortollan are also capable of resurrecting one another. I'd also guess that this Tortollan is also an elder due to its drooping face and what looks like white hair. One thing I did find curious was the turtle shell shield. Do they fashion their weaponry to resemble themselves? Or is the shell of a fellow Tortollan? Could it be the shell of a highly respected priest passed down throughout the Tortollan priesthood as a sacred relic with a dual purpose? Interesting recycling idea. The Warlock quest Lakari Sacrifice references the Lakari tar pits found in northern Un'Goro. Over the millennia, many towering dinosaurs have gotten stuck within this natural death trap. All that remains of these once mighty beasts is their giant bones, scattered in and around the pits. But even in this place of death, life thrives for a rare beautiful plant called the tar blossom. Valued for its beauty and durability, the tar blossom is known to fetch a pretty penny or two. This is likely the site linked to the Warlock quest due to its connection with death. And big dinosaurs have gotta have big souls, right? Well, apparently they do, as those souls can create a nether portal. Due to its name, the nether portal likely connects to the twisting nether, the home of demons, and where demon souls go when their physical forms are defeated in the physical realm. There, those souls can once again take physical form. A demon is only truly slain when killed in the twisting nether, or in a place rich in the nether's energies. Demons and portals have always been connected in the Warcraft universe, as far back as Warcraft 3. In the RTS, demon units would be summoned to join an army via demonic portals from every corner of the universe and beyond to crush Azeroth. It was through a giant portal created at the land's centre, powered by the font of arcane energy known as the Well of Eternity, that the demons launched their first assault upon Azeroth. The Lakari Felhound is no doubt named this due to the tar from the pits covering its body. Felhounds are not known for their hardiness. They are seen as harbingers of the Legion, scouting ahead before the main force arrives. Felhounds are ferocious fighters, but particularly effective against spellcasters. The two tendrils on their backs can fix to a target and drain it of its magical energy, empowering the Felhound. I'd personally consider one weaker than a Felguard, but stats-wise, this Felhound has him beat. Have Warlocks been able to magically affix the tar to their demons to act as an extra layer of armour? Obviously, the discard 2 cards is a pretty significant drawback, but considering the quest, is it? I don't know, because I'm a terrible player. Arcanologists aren't really a thing in WoW, though there is a unit called the Skyreach Arcanologists in the Skyreach dungeon. They would cast spells using solar energy. Clearly, the Arcanologist is a play on Archaeologist, and is possibly a mage from the Kirin Tor, looking to discover any magical secrets that may be hidden in Un'Goro. Perhaps the Tortollan wield the arcane in ways never seen before, and pass down their knowledge through the generations, with cave paintings like in the Arcanologist's art. Hearthstone players will already be familiar with Elise the Trailblazer, as she made her first appearance as a Hearthstone original character in the League of Explorers adventure. While Brann founded the League, Elise has masterminded several successful archaeological hunts, including the search for the Staff of Origination. While Reno, Brann and Sir Finley Mrrgglton, whom Elise raised from an egg, were the explorers who did most of the heavy lifting in that adventure, it seems that Elise has decided to be a lot more hands-on when it comes to exploring the Un'Goro crater's secrets. Elise Starseeker must be confident in her skills, feeling at ease leading a group of junior explorers into this dangerous Jurassic environment. The Golakka hot springs, mentioned in the Golakka crawler's name, are yet another natural wonder found within Un'Goro. These hot springs, located in the west of the crater, are heated by the volcano at the centre of Un'Goro and surrounded by steam elementals. No crabs can be found around these springs in WoW, but two quest givers can. The Goblin, Spark Nil Miner, Archaeologist and Lead Digger of Marshall's expedition, and the Noble Knight, Maximilian of Northshire, looking to honour passing adventurers with the opportunity to become his squire. I reckon he is, or at least should be, an upcoming legendary, so I'll talk about Maximilian in more depth then. Dino size makes things big. Dinosaurs are big. That's that. Though this card did get me thinking of occasions when things grew in size in WoW. When Deathwing caused the Cataclysm, many heroes sought to defeat the evil dragon aspect. But in the Badlands, three friends claimed they had already bested the dragon, telling tall tales of how they beat him. Dino size reminded me of the tale of Lucian Tosselwrench. He claimed he had a world shrinker that allowed him to appear as a giant, and then pluck Deathwing from his hiding place in the clouds before he'd hurl the dragon off into the distance. The mechanic of the card is quite similar to a raid mechanic in WoW called Enrage. Some raid bosses in Warcraft need to be defeated within a certain time limit. If not, they enrage, becoming larger and much more powerful. Lady Vash didn't have an enrage timer, but one of her mechanics could make her grow dinosauric in size. Sherazin Corpse Flower has only recently been added to WoW as part of the Un'Goro Madness mini-event. This mini-event marks the time when the dinosaurs and inhabitants of Un'Goro become restless. Adventurers must travel to Un'Goro to slay the out-of-control beasts, but these powerful monsters need a group to be defeated. They include the Silithid Wasp, Clutch Mother Zavas, the Murloc Giant Fin, first introduced in Hearthstone, the Tolvir Sunkeeper Croesus, the Devilsaur Tyrantis, the Ravasaur Queen Zavra, the Sarok Akaridal, the Tar Tyrant, the Kodo Ghost Dodanga, and of course, Sherazin. The Tar Elementals live by the Lakari Tar Pits. The Creeper, though Blizzard seem to have missed a Rager naming opportunity here, is different in design to those found in WoW. The WoW Tar Elementals are more akin to bog beasts like the Fen Creeper. It would seem Hearthstone are looking to introduce new visual varieties of Tar Elemental within this expansion. Adventurers will not often cross paths with a Tar Beast, and the unspeaking elementals are hard to predict, but can fly into an aggressive rage without warning. Since the elementals do not speak and barely have faces, it's unknown what drives these erratic mood swings. In WoW, the Goblin Tara experiments with using scrapings from these elementals to create a glue to make her rich. King Dread exists within WoW as a dungeon boss in the Drak'Tharon Keep instance. Dread is found in the lands of Northrend at a time when the undead scourge dominated the area. All that the shambling horrors seemed to touch withered and died. These were desperate times for the Drakari ice trolls. Once a force to be reckoned with upon the northern continent, they now feared the scourge. Many of them had been slain and converted to foot soldiers of the undead army. During a hunting trip, a group of Drakari happened upon Dread. The dinosaur thriving in an area rank with the undead plague, unaffected by the death that surrounded it. The Drukhari captured Dread and tamed him, believing that this devil sort alone held the key to creating an antidote for the undead plague. However, they would never discover this antidote. Betrayed by their own, the mighty Drakthar Keep would fall, and heroes aiming to stop the Scourge also ended up killing Dread. Swamp King Dread may be a different dinosaur entirely, but it's clear which character the Hearthstone team took the name from. The Swamp King is presumably associated with the Lucarii tar pits, or could have been one of the mammoth dinosaurs claimed by the Lucarii tar pits outside of Hearthstone. So that's a wrap for the cards Hearthstone have revealed so far, but I'll be back with some lore for the cards revealed next. If you enjoyed the art, I've done my best to credit the artists in the description. If you want to keep up to date with Six Gamers, follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Just want to do a bit of shameless self-promotion now at the end. Regulars to the channel will notice we've started releasing Hearthstone-themed metal songs, and obviously these aren't to everyone's taste who's subscribed, but I'd really appreciate if you check them out. If you can give tips on mixing, etc., that would be freaking awesome, as we're under no delusions that these songs are perfectly mixed. For those that aren't interested in those videos, don't worry, as you have no doubt seen that Lore of the Cards isn't going anywhere. Either way, thank you so much for the support you give this channel in whatever capacity you do, and until next time, happy Hearthstoning.